On today's video review, we're going to be videoing Beast Wars Deluxe Class Manterror. He transforms, for the name, he transforms into a praying mantis. His arms are very top heavy, so you can't really get him to stand without his arms touching the ground, but he has a very good looking praying mantis vibe. A lot of the orange and the green and the purple work really well together, and his eyes looking like a praying mantis. His mouth does open just a little bit, so he's not going to bite anybody anytime soon, but I mean, very cool. His attack feature in both robot and mantis mode are these spinning discs of death. Just pull them out, and there you go. It's pressure release. It's not a spring, so don't worry about, you know, not keeping him in there because you want to keep the spring good and tight. It's just pressure pointed, so that I like that on him. And he's just a pretty good figure to transform him. I just pull the wings out. His arms just go to the sides here. His legs fold out like that. Very skinny legs, so he's going to be really hard to pose and really hard to stand. His whole top section, you just spread the legs out, his insect legs out. Whole top section comes here. You take his mantis head and put it right here in his crotch, and take his mantis arms and flip them up. Let me start over. Flip the arms down, pull the feet in. There we go. Pull the insect feet in. And you can rearrange his head however you want to. It's pretty cool that his feet become his chest. Usually on a lot of the insect Beast Wars characters, their legs are usually hanging off their arms or their robot legs, so this is really cool to see his legs actually become his chest instead. And then his mantis arms, and robot arms too, just fold up like that. Get this leg out of the way. There we go. Just spread it out. And there we go. Pull his wings down. There he is. Beast Wars Predacon Manterror. He can stand pretty well. It's just he's just gonna be, his arms not gonna be able to stay up because they're gonna be heavy because of those big, I don't know what you call them, claws or whatever. The detailing on the face is pretty cool. His energon chip is right above his head, on the top of his head. So you can kind of see it there. He can stand up, and again, he can fire those discs, those rotating discs of death in robot mode too. And I'm not sure, I guess he's just a warrior. I don't think he's like a tactician or a communication specialist, because he has the same thing. Scorponok has that problem. He can't really type or do anything because his hands are giant, you know, mantis hands. But he's a pretty cool figure nonetheless. Stick his things in there. And they can kind of, you have a lot of detailing on this. Looks like a saw blade. I guess that's what I call the rotating discs of death, or I think that's what I just call them. And when you fold them into mantis mode, I mean, he just folds into that slot, so they kind of stand out of the way. So there he is, looking menacing. And he stands pretty well. Like I said, he is kind of top heavy, so you might have trouble posing on your shelf. Alright, to transform him, you just kind of do everything in reverse. You know, keep his arms out of the way, and then pull down his antenna, and separate his legs. Let's do the arms first. Get them out of the way, pull them down. His legs open up. Just kind of clear them of the arms. Pull this whole section up. Oops, there's the stuff on. Right here. Pull this whole section up like this. There's a flap right here. Make sure the head clears that flap. There you go. Alright, and his mantis arms kind of tuck in this way. Tuck him in, and his feet, you just kind of fold up, and his legs, just pull his feet around. Oh, you want his feet to kind of go like this. Fold them up, and you kind of see this. Let me get his insect feet out of the way. This ridge right here, you kind of want his robot feet to fit in that ridge. But the way his legs become kind of like his underbelly is pretty nice and good detail. Kind of takes a lot of like the robot away from it, so that's always good. So they actually look like they're in disguise, and then his robot legs, you just fold this platform out like this. Sometimes you have to move the legs around or they'll get stuck. And lift his head up, pull his wings back, and there he is back into mantis mode. And there we have it, mantis mode, Manterror.